The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Table Topics. I'm John Sylvia, here along with Carlos Cesar. Afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. John.
Yeah, another day.
So João da
Right.
Silva.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I've heard, right? And how did you know it's Da Silva? How did you know that? How did you know that?
Kid, I have your passport.
Oh yeah, no. I thought you said Da Silva though,
No.
because that is actually
did.
that is actually my. I did. I'll tell you. Talked about it, but I did
Well,
some
here-
research.
Here,
into
why
that.
the Portuguese people have
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
rocha, the rocks,
Yeah.
de Silva,
Yeah.
because de is identifies the father.
Oh, okay.
So you are the son of Mr. Silva.
Oh, okay. Oh,
De
all right.
Silva, it's
Oh,
like
okay.
this is John
Yeah.
De Silva,
Oh,
son.
all right. I learned
He's
something
the
today.
son of
Okay.
Mr. Silva.
I learned
So
something. Wow.
there is identifies the father's name.
Okay. And what is that? What is that? The
D.
in Portugal?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. All
Yeah.
right. See, I learned something.
Identifies the father's name.
So it became Americanized when people came
Exactly.
here. They dropped off
Yes.
a lot of. Oh, cool.
Hey, you don't know the kid, John.
Yeah.
John,
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
you know,
Hey, that's great. I learned something today.
the
Thank
son
you.
of the Silva.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's cool. Excellent.
So anyway, the show it's not about
About,
educated.
yeah, different names, right? Family
Different
names.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Let's start by first of all, Saturday. It's been crazy with things going on, and now the weather's changing. It's besides cleanups and all the events coming up, booking everything. But let's start by the presentation of the group. The majority of the group show up for the
Azores
Azores
thing, yeah.
meeting.
Yeah.
So that's
It
the
was
group
good.
you're going to be traveling this year.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, it was, it was pretty well attended considering it was like, felt like it was 90. It was probably 80, but it was warm on Sunday. But yeah, I think I remember one couple there that had went last time, and when I was out in the parking lot leaving, we kind of got acquainted again. So yeah, and there's another couple there that are bringing their 2 kids. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna make me not want to go. I don't
Yeah.
care if the world blows up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to finally we got everything down to the penny. Everything it's you guys already have the airline tickets on your hands. Everything it's all set to go. So I'm glad and I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, no, that's great.
The next thing is I have to take the opportunity to thank everybody that participated on our scholarship fundraiser. That was held Saturday, and went very well. Carlos, like always, cooks and it's funny because he's not even a cook,
Yeah.
but he was a Cathy student. And when we start talking 10 years ago, when we start talking about doing this for Cathy, which she was alive, and she was alive at least 4 or 5 years during this time that we were doing it.
Cool.
Everybody loves the food.
Yeah.
He does a great job with the food.
Yeah.
And then sure, he has his team of cooks. Then we have all the teams working on the tables, counting the tickets,
Cool.
collecting money. And then we have the team that it's the packers. They pack the foods to go, and they control the food coming out of the kitchen.
Cool.
It's a way to control the kitchen. Is no food gets out of the kitchen without a ticket.
Yeah.
So we can have an actually account at the end of the night.
Yeah.
How many tickets, how many shrimps, how many chickens went out.
Yeah.
But I have to say that this year we kept the price because we thought coming out of, you know,
Yeah.
a thing like COVID, we will just benefit. Expenses, it was a little bit more, but compensates with more tickets sold.
Yeah,
So
excellent.
we did good. We did good with that. We got about $1,200 just in donations. So
Wow.
when we opened the door
Yep.
and we opened the envelopes that got donations for the scholarship, so we already started in a good advance. We got $1,200 just in checks,
Cool.
donations, and then we sold 159 shrimps, and I believe 70 or 80 tickets for chicken.
Oh, wow. Excellent.
So after we paid the expenses, we profit this year $4,407.
Good. Excellent.
So
That's
it was
great.
a very good event.
How many scholarships do you give out per year?
So usually the biggest scholarship that we do is for Durfee because Cathy was a teacher at
there,
Durfee. So tonight I will be presenting a student that was very well recommended by the Heritage Society because the kids involved on the community, they're involved in cleanups, they're involved on the
Cool.
projects on the neighborhoods. So tonight we're going to be McCullough Isa. Is going to get a $1,000 scholarship tonight at Durfee. I'm
Excellent.
going to go there after here for the first presentation. Cathy's daughter, Natalie, are handling at least another 4 candidates
Wow.
for different things that Cathy was very happy to help. And believe it or not, we have one of the candidates needs help with books, and he wants to become a Top Gun.
Excellent.
So, so we have for all kinds of professionals that the kids
Excellent.
going for. So, a lot of law enforcement too. We have 2 kids going into law enforcement.
Excellent.
So we probably will end up with 5 or 6 kids this
Excellent.
year.
That's good. That's great. That's great.
Another good thing about our organization.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. No,
you
that's
know,
that's great.
besides the cleanups.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's great. That's great.
So
Very
I'm
positive.
very happy. I want to thank everybody. I don't want to mention names because then I will forget somebody. This is not possible without everybody's helping out, all in different places.
Yeah.
But that's when we all work together. We get to one place, and we get to one end, and it's with success and $4,000, over $4,000. It's a very good.
Yeah. No, that's very good.
That's our return after a 2-year.
Yeah. Break, right?
Break.
Because
We didn't have the past 2 years.
Yeah, but I mean, I figure prior to that, you never got up that high, right?
No.
Okay, so that's
I
good.
think 2 years ago we were on the 3,500. I think
Excellent.
somewhere
Yeah,
there.
So that's really good then.
On the 3,000 there. So we really did a big step this year. And again, thank you everybody for
Oh, that's great.
participating in that. And it's another thing cross on our book.
There you go.
Move on to the next
Yep.
one. Saturday, youth courts, kids, and our fire department and our police department. We will be on Pleasant Street, beautifying Pleasant Street because procession it's next week from
That's
the
right.
Espiritu Santo's church. So on that weekend, we always clean where the procession's going to go by, where it's all the business there. We're going to be, the city's going to provide us the motor. We're going to put under the trees and beautify Pleasant Street. So that's the next
Excellent.
next project next week.
Yeah. This week, right?
This week, yes,
'cause
Saturday.
it's
Saturday.
Memorial Day weekend.
Yep,
the
Saturday.
Feast, yeah. Excellent. Wow. Time
And
flies.
then it's we on the roll now. Everything I was just get out of the phone. June 9 and 10, we have 4 classes from Watson School. We're going to tour the bioreserve.
Okay.
I'm going to be taking 4 classes from Watson School.
Excellent.
June 6th, I'm going to be taking 2 classes from the Espírito Santo School to tour the Portuguese monuments to celebrate June 10 was a day of Portugal, the independence of Portugal.
Cool.
So we do that for many years too, with the collaboration of the city, providing us the trolley. We have that going. We have the Espírito Santo Church is going to go to June 13 Bioreserve. We have a tour with the kids from the Espírito Santo. And then on July 23rd, don't forget, another free event. We have the seniors picnic at the Fall River Picnic Park, the new park they open up on
South
beach,
Watauga. Yep.
on Davis Beach.
Yeah. Yep.
So again,
Excellent.
it's free. People don't pay anything. We're gonna barbecue there. We're gonna have chicken. We're gonna have all
Excellent.
the good stuff,
Cool.
hot dogs, hamburgers.
Wow.
So and it's free. Anybody can go.
Yeah.
We have plenty of food.
Excellent. Excellent. Sounds good.
So,
Sounds good.
Wow.
Yeah, you got a lot going on, which is good. You got a lot going on.
And we are trying a carnival again.
Oh boy.
I mean, at this point, I don't have too many hopes that we're going to get it.
Yeah.
But I just want to be, constant, asking.
Yeah.
Because people could say, well, you didn't try.
Yeah.
At least we try. We cannot say that we didn't try.
Yeah.
Okay?
Hey.
We're going to try. I have more people supporting. Every year we have people supporting it. So I want your opinion about this. People involved on committees. I'm saying this because I'm trying to get in touch with the chairman of the park board.
Yeah.
Don't you think that they should have a number listed that if a resident wants to talk to them?
Well, it depends.
Well,
I think it depends.
By law, legally,
yeah.
yes. But the city's trying to fight.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at this in one way, and I get where you're coming from with it, but I get another way if you're, you know what I mean, it depends on what the board is that someone's calling them to say, look, you need to vote for this is coming up, as opposed to you want to talk to them to give a presentation. So I'm kind of like, I can understand why they don't give people's numbers out, you know what I mean, because of that. Because this person would come here and say this, that, and the other thing. You need to vote for it, and they have your number and they haunt you. So I can see, but I know where you're coming from in your instance. I think it can probably meet the way it's being done now, because you're going to go there, you're going to present it in front of everybody, as opposed to talking to this person. Everybody has a different story from what you said. So I think it's okay the way it is. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion, Carlos, because I can see that there is room for problems.
I wish I had time today to go to the city council meeting, because I don't think it's right. If you are a city employee, period.
Yeah.
If you are a city employee, we should have a way to contact you. Not by email, because not everybody uses email.
Yeah, but the board, a lot of these boards are not, you know what I mean, they're not getting paid. So they're not really city.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
But they're not city employees too,
Yeah.
right?
No, they're not really city employees. They're volunteers on these boards, the majority of them.
So, I mean, here's the example. And believe me, what I want to talk to Mr. Silva, it's nothing. It's no secrets. I don't even want to ask him to support the event, because that's not going to make a difference. Me talking to him or not, it's not going to make a difference. Mm-hmm. What I want to tell him, as a member of the board or chairman of the board, is to make sure that whoever's going to talk and make a decision or vote for something like this don't have a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
That's what I want to talk to him.
Okay.
Because last month, and we talked this at the last meeting, somebody at the board got all mad because they were trying to do something before, but the board didn't approve. Now the board's going to approve it. That right there shows it's exactly what is conflict of interest is. Okay, so that's what I want to get to him is I will, and I have no problem to go in front of the board and tell him, you know, and tell him, you know, make sure the conversations that you're going to have, people with conflict of interest, don't participate and don't vote for. Abstain from voting.
Well,
that's what I want to tell them.
But well, who would have the conflict of interest on that? You know what I mean? Like, who do you think would have the, you know what I mean? Like, how are they going to know? You know, people they're not going to think they have a conflict of interest in that. People have to be reminded of that.
You just have to remember where the request comes from, and what did you do? Right?
I understand what you're saying, but all you have to do, Carlos, is go to the federal level. And there are conflicts of interest all the time.
I understand that, but
you know what I mean? I don't think we can ever change that.
I don't work at the White House.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm talking about City Hall.
I'm just saying, if it's at the top like that, it's going to be.
You know, I mean, I just don't think it's right. If I have an electric company, and I have somebody making a request to put lights on my street, and I'm going to say no. I have a company too. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. I understand what you're saying. However, I don't think sometimes there are problems that can't be solved, and I think if I'm understanding,
we need to remove people that are not supposed even to be there. That's what we need to do.
Right, this is all right. I agree. I agree with you. But I just there's not really a upfront solution. You don't have, you know what I mean, the power. People don't have the power for that. But I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. It really doesn't hurt to try.
But I'm very disappointed that I could not get in charge with a chairman of a board. I'm very disappointed because I sent him an email. I went to the City Hall. They said they only have an email, no phone number. I said, that's fine. I sent him an email. He called me during my daughter's graduation. Okay? He called me during my daughter's graduation. He called me from a restricted phone. So I could not even call him back after the ceremony. So what I did when I got home was, I'm sorry I didn't pick up the phone. I was in my daughter's graduation ceremony. But I would like to talk to you. So if you have a chance, I cannot call you back because the number is blocked. I still don't have a number. He still calls me today when I'm driving the bus. I cannot pick up the phone, and the only thing he tells me, it's on my voicemail. Anybody can hear it. Is, well, Mr. Cesar, if you're calling me because of the carnival, the only thing I can do is put on the agenda. That's expectable. That's what I expect. And the board's going to have to make a vote. It's going to have to decide it, which that's what I'm expecting. It's the vote. But it's not, that's really not the reason I'm calling him.
No, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think you have a solution. If you want to do it, it doesn't hurt to try. Never hurts to try. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
that's what I'm doing. I'm trying, and let's see. So I know what the excuse it's all the time. That's why I picked Kennedy Park, because the Holy Ghost got a permit to use that, which I still not in favor, because we should not put religion with politics. Okay? And here he comes. So if somebody from any other religion wants to do a feast on Kennedy Park, they cannot say no.
Wow.
Okay? They cannot say no.
No. You're right.
Right? It's right.
Yeah.
So can I instead of calling a carnival, can I call it a feast? So what I will have to do that, it's very simple, and that's what I'm going to propose them, is I will have a priest there blessing the carnival every day, change the name for carnival. It's going to be a feast, a blessing of the rights. And the money that we're going to raise, I will put it into Saving Sinners Church. They have an organization. They're always looking for funds. So I will take the money that we're going to raise across the street, and I'm going to put it, donate it into the church, remove carnival, and put feast.
Okay.
And let's see if they're going to approve it. So what difference will be?
I would recommend not doing that.
Why not?
I would recommend not doing that.
Why not?
I just, you know what I mean? You ever heard?
It's a feast.
You ever hear the term "don't poke the tiger"? You ever hear that term "don't poke the tiger"?
Oh, believe me.
You probably heard the term before. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? And you get more.
Yeah, we run.
You get more.
On the soccer field, you run back and forth.
Yeah.
Now you're running after me. Then on the way back, I'm running after you.
Yeah.
You know, so
exactly. Yeah.
that's the same thing.
Exactly,
it's a two-way street.
Yeah. I hear you. I would just go in
I
there
mean, because it makes no sense to me.
Yeah. You know.
The damage to the park should be the same.
Yeah.
It's the grass, which grows back.
Yeah. The feast has been there for a while. That brings in a lot of money. I'm not saying yours doesn't. I'm just saying I wouldn't frame it that way to say it's a religious thing. Go in and
John,
say this is
brings
what you're
a lot
trying
of
to do.
money for what?
Huh?
Did you ever take a look at the financial from that feast?
No, but you're going to probably tell me.
You know what they end up?
It brings up
They end up with
rooms.
$2,000 to do the feast the following year.
But I mean, hotel rooms.
Yeah, they pay
Restaurants.
groups to come over. They pay politicians. They pay everybody else. They pay bands. They pay everything. Take a look on their financial.
Yeah.
On their financial.
Okay.
Who wins with that? The city doesn't win with that.
Well, they're bringing people in here
Yeah,
to buy
people
things.
come to visit family.
Well, but they're staying in the area hotels that they just built a new hotel in Westport. So these hotels are booked, and they're going to different restaurants here. They're probably going to the store. They're probably getting gas, right?
Yeah. So the best restaurant they could use was Caravella, which shuts down that weekend because they don't want to deal with the people.
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, we need to do a show just
on the carnival?
just
All
on the
right.
carnival versus the Holy Ghost feast, because I grew up with the Holy Ghost feast. That's not a Holy Ghost feast. A Holy Ghost feast is done in a church, okay? In a church, parking lot, and church, not Kennedy Park, okay? The Holy Ghost feast, it's not done by marching bands, by soccer teams. The Holy Ghost feast is done by churches. Churches.
You better bring a U.S. passport. They're not going to let you in. You better bring a
I
U.S. passport.
always bring both, so doesn't matter. And I probably, if I can get another one, I will have 3. At this point, if I go to Mexico, I better go with a Mexican passport.
Oh,
So, but that's true. I mean, that's all about money, and they don't benefit. I don't think that nobody benefits from there. The beds go to the beds go eat at the restaurants because the restaurants donate the food for them. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot in there.
There's probably stuff I don't know, but whenever you bring a group of people in, you know what I mean. There is money that's being spent in the economy. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. And it also kind of profiles the city or showcases the city when they come in.
Yeah, they come, they eat, and they leave.
Yeah.
And we are here. We live here.
Yeah.
And we cannot do it to stay here, to be here.
Yeah. No, I totally get what you're saying. I think sometimes, and I do the same thing as you. Sometimes it's not always good comparing. You know, something, you think it's the same. I have a bad habit of doing that as well, but I think this is something totally, you know what I mean, it's different. You know what I mean? It's a different kind of thing, and I'm not against it, Carlos. I'm just saying.
I will give you another example.
A comparison.
You say on this show many times,
yeah.
Let's take care of us first.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree.
We go to the others.
I totally
support
agree.
the others.
Yes, absolutely.
Here's a perfect example. Let's take care of us first, and then take care of the others.
I don't have an issue with that. You can have 10 of them. I don't care. Personally, I don't have
I
an
need
issue
to get you on the park board.
You know what I mean? I don't have an issue with it.
I need to get you on the park board. But enough of that. So, what else we have going
Well,
on
I
right now?
In the city, I mean, we have that Quequechan Rail Trail Festival, which
On the 4th.
I'm gonna go down.
Yeah.
I know Helen's gonna be down there with a table giving.
I don't have the
out.
program, but I think they have something at 10 o'clock in the morning. They're giving away.
Bike helmets.
Okay,
To kids. It's at the beginning of the trail near LePage's.
Okay.
They're supposed to be, and they've done that.
So on
numerous
Route
times.
6.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that event, it's on Route 6.
Yeah. It's going to be, on the bike.
At 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And then they move at 1 o'clock. They move to Bretland Park.
Yeah. And that's, I guess, they're going to have where the boat. Is that Bretland Park where the boat dock is, and that is Bretland Park behind the police station.
Yes.
Okay. I always get confused. I just think it's the trail, but yeah, where the soccer field is.
Yes.
It's supposed to be back there. They're going to have people singing and different crafts and stuff like that, and it makes sense because they're going to have a food truck there, and the truck is going to be in the parking lot. So that kind of makes sense that it was there. So, but yeah, first time, never been, so it'd be interesting to see how that turns out.
I think Joe. I just had Joe for lunch. I pick up Joe for lunch today, because Joe and Amy. They are both the treasurers of that account for the scholarship.
Yeah.
And Amy, she's okay, but she's still not doing too good, so she could not go. So I picked up Joe, and we grabbed lunch, and then we stopped by the bank, and he did the check for the scholarship tonight. And he told me that he wants to go by. I probably will drop him off a couple hours, so he could spend a couple hours there and then pick him up again. He's still not driving, and I don't think he's going to drive.
Sure.
So,
okay. Oh, sorry to hear that.
But
so that's something that was discussed. We had a meeting the other day, so I can kind of bring up.
Sure.
There's still, and it's probably going to be the same when you have your meeting this week. That there's still issues with the mopeds / quads, and they are looking at that. We had a lot of complaints at the meeting where people are doing that. They're driving up roads, almost hitting people, but it is being looked at it as well. In our area, what was also kind of noteworthy was the Watuppa Heights thing. Everybody asked about that. That's still on track. It's on track to build 26 single-family homes, but it's not going to be like a market-based. It's going to be for low income. But I think the issue they've been having is, since things have gone up so much, they had prices at like a house could be built for like 150, 200,000. There's no way that can be done now because of the price of materials. So they're reevaluating what they think they can build it for, and it still be affordable for somebody like a teacher, a police officer, that sort of thing, mid-income to low income. Because really, you make 50 or 60 grand, it's tough in the city to buy a house. So I thought that was a good idea, and also have maybe some walking paths in there. So I think if you build 26 houses in that area, you're going to have people that are owner occupied, and it'll help. I mean, it's always better to have more owner occupied than we have now. We're only at like 30% in the city, so the more the better. People get more involved. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty quiet. But you're going to probably have the same things. Oh, what was interesting was Paul Schmid was there, and he gave us some information. I had brought up how the state of Massachusetts is getting record revenues. And they might be looking at something with the gas tax kind of thing, or somehow getting monies back to folks.